Welcome to Tech Ranch, a place where we learn and earn technical skills in the most efficient way. Let's make coding fun. SQL tutorial. Structured query language. Today, we will be covering chapter 6 and learning all about joins in detail. So what is join? Sometimes it is necessary to work with multiple tables as though they were a single entity. Then a single SQL sentence can manipulate the data from all the tables. Joins are used to achieve this. Tables are joined on columns that have the same data type and data width in the tables. Tables in a database can be related to each other with the keys. A primary key is a column with a unique value for each row. That's what we discuss in the data constraints. And the purpose is to bind data together across tables without repeating all of the data in every table. So the join operator specified how to relate tables in the query. So this is all about the brief about join. So let's discuss about the classification of joins. There are 4 types of detailed classification of join. We have outer join, inner join, self join, and cross join. So let's discuss about these joins in detail. First, let's talk about the inner join. Inner joins are also known as equijoin. They are the most common joins used in SQL class or SQL. They are known as because the where statement generally compares 2 columns from 2 tables with the equivalence operator. This type of join is by far the most commonly used. In fact, many systems use this type as a default join. This type of join can be used in situations where selecting only those rows that have values in column in the specified column in the on clause is required. In short, the inner join returns all the rows from both the tables where there is a match. So this is all about the inner join or equijoin. Let's talk about the outer join. There are 2 further types of join, you can say. Outer join we have left and right. Outer joins are similar to the inner join but give a bit different flexibility when selecting data from related table. This type of join can be used in situations where it is desired to select all the rows from the table on the left or right or both the sides regardless of whether the other table has values in common, and usually enter null where data is missing. So this is all about the outer join. Then we have a cross join. A cross join returns what's known as a Cartesian product. It's something like making a multiplication of the data. This means that the join combines every row from the left table with every row in the right table. As can be imagined, sometimes this join produces a mess, but under the right circumstances, it can be very useful. This type of join can be used in situations where it is desired to select all possible combinations of rows and columns from both the tables. This kind of join is usually not preferred as it may run for a long time and produce a huge result set that may not be useful. That better picture you will get when we'll work on the demonstration with respect to all the joins. But before that, I just wanted to tell you there are 2 types of style. You can write it down about these joins and describe it in the syntax while writing the query. One is called ANSI style, another is theta style. We'll learn about the style of writing the query in detail while working with the demonstration. So this is all about the types of join. Let's talk about the demonstration of join. I have a small example in front of you. What I'm going to do is we have a table A and a table B. Table A has column A, column B, and a number type of quantity A column. And if you see table A and table B structure, the column A and the column A is the same. The reason I put it here, some places we join used most of the time when we have a primary key. That's what we discussed in when we discussed in detail about it. Those places we have to understand, like this is mostly efficiently used join at the time of we have a primary key constraints in the table structures, and when we join put the data together. So this helps to make sure and have accurate data with you. That's why I just put in an example and have some common data with some column structure, and column C will be a different data and quantity B. The another point I just wanted to give you an example. For example, you have a project about online shopping.com. Online shopping.com has two different tables. One table is for master table, which has a customer name and a customer first name, customer last name, and customer balance. And second table has a customer ID, customer full name, and anything like age. So those two different has a common ID, and the customer name has the same name, and their balance and their age is a column which is not required to display. So when we display the values and merge these two tables using joins and get the information, so that's where we use the left join or the total, the quantity, like okay, that customer spent this much balance. And sometimes we join the self and making the first name and the last name and making a full name display the customer's full name using self join. So let's start with the demonstration of join. Here we are in the SQL command prompt. First we have to create table and column A varchar type size 10, column B varchar type size 10, quantity number type size 4, and one more table to understand with the other joins. Next step, we are going to insert some values. Insert table A values, A row 1 1, row A 1 1, just like a first name and the last name, and some value, some random value. I'll have some more values here. And one column, one row I want to put it again just to match the values here. So I have done with my table A. Let's insert some values in the table B. Since first name and the last name are going to be same, so I'm just keeping the first row same and some random value. So this is my table. So if you see the tables, here select A dot column A, my table A with column A dot column B, A dot column or quantity, you can print the quantity A. I'm just printing and joining these two tables in one table, you see. So now this is table B, so I'm going to put column C and B dot quantity B from table A. You see, this is the prefix of the table. There you go. So you see here we have both the tables merge into one data, where the column A and column B is same and they are joining from row to row. So that's why it becomes 12 selected rows. If you see, the basic table is only 3 rows and 4 rows, but when they join row wise it becomes 12. And how it is joining, if you see row 1 1, row 1 1, row 1 1, like column A, you see, is how we implement cross join. Let's have an inner join. So for inner join, all you have to do A dot column A concatenation A dot column B from table A. So this is like first name and the last name, and display the full name. So we did the cross join, we did the self join. Let's have an inner and outer join. For outer join, we can join from left of the side of the table or the right side of the table. When we do the right side, we mention right, and accordingly we work like that. So what we are going to do here, we are going to first take out the values from table A and join it from left side from the table B on basis of these value has to be same. A dot column A equals on some aggregate function or some calculations, some conditions. That's why this type of join is mostly used in case of primary constraints. You see, so these are the columns, or you can do some calculations here. Quantity A dot quantity A plus B dot quantity B total. So this is calculation you can perform with the column values what you have, and this is how we do the left outer join or right outer join. You will see the difference when I do the right here. The reason, it will compare from right side of the table and then display it, or some condition, something like which is not equal. You see, which is not equal to those values, column A and column B. Table, this is the column A of table A, and this is the column A of table B, and these are the two generally I have some common values and I have some uncommon values. So this is what the uncommon values, when I mention like which is not same, and they made the total out of it. So they are joining from right side of the table to the left side of the table. So this is about your right outer join, left outer join, inner join, self join, cross join. This is how we can combine the data by row wise and reduce and perform some calculation. And yes, there is two types of writing of style and query in this joins we have introduced here. This is called ANSI, ANSI type of style. And when we use your alias, the dots and simple, which is this concatenation operators, this is called theta style of writing query. So let's get back to the demonstration and understand the example. So far we have learned about inner join, cross join, outer right and outer left join type of demonstration, and understand the example, like how we combine the efficient way to work with the database. So let's get back some important facts about joins. Joins operator specifies how to relate tables in the query. There are two types of style of query writing we perform in the joins while I work in a demonstration. And when writing a select statement that joins tables, precede the column name with the table name of clarity. The where clause is the most critical clause in a join select statement that always makes sure to include the where clause. And if the same column name appears in more than one table, that's called the self join. The column name must be prefixed with the table name, and that is called alias. We use the dot operator. So let's get back to join practice project. For understanding join, I have designed a project for you. It's for the onlinetravel.com. There are two tables, master travel and the detailed travel. In the master travel table, we have customer ID, customer first name and their age with some data. And in the detailed table, we have customer ID, customer last name and their balance. Now we have to join the data of these two tables using the join operator. This is the instruction. We have to write a query to display customer ID. You can use sequence. It will help you to practice about the sequence, what we have learned in the last video. Customer full name of customer whose age is greater than 35 and calculate the display average age of customers all over there. So what you have to do, you have to join this customer first name with customer last name using concatenation and come up with the full name, and put the condition that whose customer is age is greater than 35. So that should display about the 36 and 39 and their average age of customers in the table. Write a query to display customer ID whose balance is less than 3500 and whose age is greater than 37 and balance is greater than 3700. So this will help you to understand how we can use those types of joins and come up with the working in a database. Which join you will need, where you need, how we can make it efficient access in the database. For more resource assistance and questions, please contact and feel free to post a comment in the comment section. And you can email us and reach out on techranch2019@gmail.com. So far we have covered SQL statement, constraints, grouping data, views, sequences, and next video we are going to cover subqueries and some interview tips based on SQL. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please subscribe to the channel and get more upcoming videos information. Let's make coding fun.